In 2019, the Indian government revokes Article 370, which grants special status for Jammu and Kashmir. The news impacts a cancer-ridden Pakistani army general, Qadir, who decides to exact vengeance against India. He signs a contract with Jim, who leads Outfit X, a private terrorist organization. Meanwhile, Pathaan, a former RAW agent, and his senior officer, Nandini Grawal, open a unit dubbed the Joint Operations and Covert Research (JOCR) unit, to recruit former RAW agents who were forced to retire due to past trauma or injury, but want to serve the country. With RAW Joint Secretary, Colonel Sunil Luthra's acceptance, Pathaan and his team head to Dubai to stop Outfit X's plans of attacking the President of India at a scientific conference. However, they realize that their actual plan was to kidnap two scientists, Dr. Farooqui and Dr. Sahani, instead, and the information they received about the imminent attack on the president was a ruse to mislead them. Jim attacks the scientists' convoy and Pathaan tries to stop him. A fight ensues, where Jim manages to escape with Dr. Sahani. At the debrief back at the agency, Luthra reveals that Jim was a former RAW agent and Kabir's partner, who was awarded with the Veer Puraskar for his bravery, after the agency could not find his body when Somalian terrorists killed his wife and unborn child, in a negotiation gone wrong. He had apparently faked his death in order to seek vengeance against the agency and country for not saving his family. Meanwhile, Pathaan learns about the code word dubbed Rockbeach, and also that the dead people in Dubai were ex-agents and their money was transferred from the account of Rubina Mohsin, a Pakistani doctor in Spain. He travels to Spain and is captured by Jim's men, where he also learns that Rubai is an ex-ISI agent. When Jim leaves his hideout, Rubai attacks Jim's men and escapes with Pathaan. Rubai reveals that Rockbeach is in Moscow, where they travel to steal it before Jim does. However, Rubai betrays Pathaan and has him captured by the police. It is revealed that Jim used Rubai to make Pathaan steal the Rockbeach for himself. Pathaan is captured and taken to prison, by train, but is saved by Tiger. 3 years later, Pathaan travels to Africa and captures Jim's henchman, Rafe. He meets Nandini and reveals about Jim purchasing 2 Sabre missiles, while Nandini reveals Rubai's location in Paris. Pathaan meets Rubai, who reveals that the Rockbeach is a mutated smallpox virus, forcibly developed by a captive Dr. Sahani, under Jim's orders. She also expresses guilt about betraying Pathaan without knowing that her country would plan such an attack. They travel to Jim's lab in Siberia and manage to recover 1 orb containing the virus, with great difficulty, while Jim escapes with the other orb. Luthra and Nandini reach Jim's lab, to take the orb back to a research facility, in India, to develop a vaccine. Luthra also has Rubai arrested, for having questionable loyalties. At the research facility in India, Dr. Farooqui demonstrates the orb to Nandini. Jim calls them and reveals that the orb has already spread the virus in the facility. The infected scientists, along with Nandini, all die in the facility by shooting themselves, to curb the spread of the virus. Later, the facility is destroyed in a controlled blast. Jim provides an ultimatum to evacuate Indian soldiers out of Kashmir, within 24 hours. Pathaan interrogates Rafe about the location of the missile, and learns that the missile is situated in Afghanistan. After rescuing Rubai, they lure Jim's associates into a trap, and attack Jim's base. Qadir is killed by Rubai before activating the missile, containing the virus. Pathaan chases after Jim with a jetpack, and they both crash land into a cabin. Meanwhile, Rubai deactivates the missile, but finds that Rockbeach is not in the missile, but instead in a passenger-bound airplane, which is about to land in Delhi. She informs Pathaan, who finds that Jim has the detonator. Luthra calls the air traffic control to prevent the plane from landing in Delhi. In the cabin, Pathaan and Jim fight brutally, resulting in the cabin begin sliding off a cliff. Despite getting stabbed by Jim, Pathaan steals the detonator, deactivates Rockbeach, and throws him out of the cabin, as the foundation is about to break. While Jim holds onto a plank, Pathaan takes away his Veer Puraskar, deeming him unworthy of it. He stomps and breaks the plank Jim was holding onto, resulting in Jim falling to his apparent death. Afterwards, Pathaan is reinstated into Ra and made as the head of JOCR, while Nandini is posthumously awarded with the Veer Puraskar for her bravery. In a mid-credits scene, Pathaan and Tiger are seen pondering about retiring and suggesting young agents who can replace them, but eventually decide to keep fighting the threats themselves.